So with that, let's jump into the first topic of the Global Classroom lecture series, which is the blind spot. And I would like to begin this topic by reading a little quote that I have put in early on into the Theory U book, and that really sets the tone for a lot of the things we are going to discuss today and also in the remaining weeks of this class. It's a quote by Václav Havel, who during a visit to the United States said the following: "I think there are good reasons for suggesting that the modern age has ended. Today, many things indicate that we are going through a transitional period, when it seems that something is on the way out and something else is painfully being born. It is as if something were crumbling, decaying, and exhausting itself, while something else, still indistinct, were rising from the rubble." To me, that sentiment, it is as if something were crumbling, decaying, and exhausting itself, while something else, still indistinct, were rising from the rubble. This sentiment of something ending and something else about to emerge, that's a sentiment I feel, I meet, I encounter, I come across in many places. In many places of power, it's in the world of institutions, of global institutions, in business, in government, in global NGOs, in multilateral institutions like the World Bank or UN organizations, as well as on a community level, on the other side of the social divide. And it is a sentiment that actually has led to the rise of an emerging global movement that involves millions of NGOs and many, many millions of people who pull together in order to really make a difference in this space where something is going into a direction that maybe is not sustainable for us as a global community, and where it is about to find ways and methods of working with that. So that's the space we are going to investigate. Theory U in presencing, in a nutshell, is three things. Number one, it's a phenomenon. It's the phenomenon that we just heard in this quote, where more and more people wake up to a deeper level of awareness that we try to venture into more deeply, and we try to use as the point of departure or as a source for a creative process, for a process of bringing something new into reality. Secondly, it's a framework and a language that allows us to communicate about that deeper level of experience that many of us have, but usually don't talk about because it's not part of the mainstream discourse in our organizations and also in other parts of society. And number three, and lastly, it is a methodology that helps us to be more effective in operating from that deeper space. So those are the three things that we are going to unpack over the next 5 weeks. So let me start then the conversation with sharing three observations. Three observations I'm sure many of you who work in the world of organizations and of organizational change are very familiar with and resonate with many of the experiences you have had. The first one is, and I will be turning here a little bit to my slides for a little while. So the first one is that over the past 15 years, when I have been working in the field of organizational learning and change,